What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video of Heavy Stealing Hot Rods. I'm Jose RPMs, the Iron Working Gearhead, and today we're actually at my house, backyard of my home. I'm actually going to be starting to break ground today on my at-home shop. Earlier this week, I put up a video asking everybody what was the ideal size for a shop, and a bunch of people jumped in the comments and let me know what they thought. Salute to you guys. I appreciate the support. So I need to have this shop, you know what I mean? I think I narrowed it down to what I need with the available space that I have. So we're going to be building a shop here at the house. You know, it's a necessity for my steel erection company. I got to be able to fab the small stuff for the smaller jobs and be able to go erect them, and you know, just to be able to film content for you guys, because I also have some toys. I got my 2009 Mustang, and then I also have that 1972 C10. So that Mustang, I want to do like a turbo kit on it, and that C10, well, I just want to do a whole new restoration on that truck. So it's going to be nice to have a shop. It's day one of breaking ground on the at-home shop. Let's get today started. All right, everybody. So I guess I'll get down to business and explain a little bit about this building. I had said in that short that I wanted to be around 30 by 30, 25 by 25. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to just be a little bit under that. I'm gonna have to be around 24 by 23, just because with the space available in the house, I don't want to be taking up too much space out here. You know, like I said, I do have a lot of space out here on the side of my home. Pardon me, I got a lot of mess, all my tools over here that I actually got to get into the shop. But over here in the back, I don't want to be getting into too much of into my daughter's little playground area. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that it stays family friendly, the back of my house. So make sure I leave all this space open for my family, you know what I mean? And then pretty much all this stuff behind me over here is going to be coming into my shop. So right now I have enough materials out here, as you see, all kind of laid out already, just ready for me like a little puzzle piece. I got to lay concrete, got to put the columns all nice and level, and then I got enough for 3 walls. So right now it's going to be one sloped, probably like a 6-inch slope to the back, and then I'll be adding some gutters and some downspouts in the back as well, that I should have here somewhere. I have somewhere here stacked away. I got to find those gutters and downspouts. I'm gonna go ahead and add them on the back as well, and then that way later on I'll go ahead and put a gable roof coming right here down to the other side over there. I'll have a gable roof right there, boom, and I can use this roof, this primary roof that I'm building right now, as like a mezzanine or something. I'll cut a hole in it, frame a hole that we can get up and down, and go ahead and stack some materials up there or something, or just some stuff for me and my family. But either way, we're gonna do a 23 by 24. Eventually I'll try to have a carport coming up over here as well, coming down over here, probably going up towards the house, maybe stop at the house or something. That way I can, eventually my big plan is to be able to have this spot to be able to work inside of, you know what I mean? Maybe have a car or 2 inside stored in here, and I have 3 trailers I need to have outside. So if I could have the garage open, the shop open to work inside, have the 2 cars out here in the carport, that'd be nice. Still got them with some shade and some decent coverage from the rain. And then I don't mind if my trailers stay out in the rain. I'm not really worried about that, those utility trailers, you know. So either way, let's go ahead and get today started. Right now I'm gonna go show you where we have our level at. I don't know if y'all can see that level, but it's pretty damn close. That's pretty damn close. So now my only worry is if I try to fuck with it anymore, that I'm gonna ruin it, you know. My ground is not level whatsoever. It's unlevel every single fucking way, back, forward, sideways. So I don't know if you can see that line. It does not look level, but it calls its level. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring concrete there, and then I'll check it one more time while the concrete's setting a little bit. If I gotta do a little bit of adjusting, I'll do some adjustments on it, you know, wiggle them up, you know, hit them down with a hammer, and then we'll go from there, you know what I mean? Once they set, I'll go ahead and run my string line really nice and tight, because right now it's kind of hard. I'm doing everything by myself. But once they're nice and set, I'll go ahead and run that string line back and forth again, right across, super nice and tight, and then I'll read it. And then, you know, obviously if it's not level, I'm gonna have to try and work with what I have, you know. But right now it looks pretty good, so I think I'm gonna run with this. So let's go ahead and get started on some concrete. Let's go. Okay, so I got the water filling up inside of my wheelbarrow over here. Got my extra little bucket, and I also have my, shut this off right quick. I also have all of my concrete right there. It's not all of it that I'm gonna need. It's just enough to get these things set for right now, so I can get them nice and plumb, nice and level. So I can start making sure all my steel's gonna fit. And then, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and pour everything in place inside of there. I know some people might not like that idea. When I used to do a lot of carports and a lot of these small metal buildings, you know, less than 1,000 square feet, you know, we tend to do this a lot, especially if it's in the rural area like we are. pour them into place, and then like I said, later on I'm gonna be putting a 3-inch slab over everything, so it'll consume 3 inches of this anyway, so we're trying to take that into account. So either way, let's go ahead and get started with some concrete, guys. The next thing is going to be the level, so we're going to go ahead and check this level out, make sure that everything is nice and plumb on these columns as much as possible. Obviously that's pretty damn good. Check this side. That's not that good, so that'll need to be fixed. I can tie this down a little bit right now. Gotta pull that one. Let me go ahead and do that. I think that's the best I might be able to get it for right now. Kind of riding that line, not the best, but for right now I think that'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and see what's up with this other one over here. And we're still dead center right there in the middle on that level, so that's nice. This one needs a little bit that way. I have to put something in here to space her out, most likely. I can find something right now, a little piece of angle iron or something to put in there. Give it a nice little space. So working alone, sometimes you got to come up with little jigs and things like this to see how particular things are gonna fit. You know, because you can't have hands doing everything. So sometimes you got to do little stuff like that. And check out that level now. Pretty good. Better than what it was, huh? That one's pulling a little this way. That one's pulling a little that way. This one's pulling a little this way. So it's really probably just the tension. For now, when I release it, after I get the concrete in there, I'll be sitting on them by myself. I'll go ahead and figure out a little bit of rest. But honestly, for an at-home shop, for the back wall, end wall, I'm not mad at it. Go ahead and rock with that. Honestly, don't know the type of sleeper bar that it honestly is, but you can see it's kind of like beveled, and it goes down to a round bar, goes down to square. I don't know, I like it. It's all full of concrete. I've always used it for concrete, using them inside of these little post holes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing today. Well, that's pretty much it right there, actually. I was gonna say I'll tie her down, but I don't want to tie it down if I don't need to. I'll leave her right there, and I can work with that, man. I can work with that. All right, guys, so it's gonna be the same process here. Obviously, we're trying to stay out of the way. But these things are just helping me keep the level, keep it plumb. So I'm gonna try and pour a little bit of water at the bottom first, out of my little leaky bucket. And we'll go ahead and punch this open now. A good amount of that fall in there and get soaked up. What's up, Mo? Oh, my phone's recording right now. Moski Mo Murders here. And you just kind of mix it up. Say hi to the camera, Mo. Come on, man. All right, so now what we're doing is we're finding the plumb for this column right here. We're about to pour it in place like we saw us do the other two over there. And we're also gonna try and find the elevation because like I said, it's gonna be one sloped for the meanwhile, but I don't want it to have like an aggressive elevation change. I want it to be like maybe 2-3 inches, 4 inches max, because eventually, like I said, I'll have a gable roof on top and I don't want it to be running down at a crazy slope. I want it to be kind of level, a couple inches, and water will find its way to the back anyway. So let's go ahead and wrap around this hilo, this string line, so y'all can see it. So basically what we're using are these little levels like you saw earlier, but I'm gonna put it right here. We have 1 3/4 marked where Moski does on the other side, tied off at 1 3/4, and I got it marked over here. And if we're good at 1 3/4 to 1 3/4, we're, you good on level?
Yeah.
We're how do I say it? They're damn level. So what I'm fixing to do is eventually, to get myself a 2-inch slope, I'm gonna set my steel on top of here, and then I'll cut it off over there at the 1 3/4 at the 2-inch mark, and then that'll just leave me my slope, because right now I know we're perfectly level. So you can see the level is pretty damn good. We're a little bit off, but like that's actually what I want. I want to have it just a little bit this way so that the water can run down that way. So that's not bad at all. Moski's gonna hold us here on level, and I'm gonna start pouring this one in there. So basically what we're dealing with right now is it's all so unlevel out here, and I didn't do that part of the job first. So we're gonna have to kind of find a common ground between that back one and this front corner. So we're gonna go ahead and set this one in right here, right on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and set that one into the floor right now with the cement, let it dry up a little bit. Once it gets nice and hard, and we can actually pull a string line on there. I'll pull that string line from the back corner to over here, make sure it's nice and level. I'll mark it, and then I'll do the same thing from this one back over there, and I'll find like a happy medium. Hopefully they land exactly where they need to land, but I highly doubt it. But if not, then we'll just find a happy medium, and then we'll go from there. So while these columns are drying, me and Moski are gonna go ahead and make our way out there to Maxim Steel. Got a couple errands we gotta do. My father actually needs a little bit of a quote for some materials, and we're gonna go catch up with them and see how they're doing. And then we have one more errand to do out there in San Juan, Alamo area for Moski, and we headed back over here to the building. But we made it out here to Maxim Steel. I actually had to come get a quote from my jefe, Mr. Chachi. He's gonna be doing a building, metal roof actually. But look, this is where we took out our vending machine the other day. I was doing a little bit of donuts and shit. They expanded over there. Looks good, man. Shit, they're moving on up, man. I love to see this type of shit, especially for a homie like Max, man. They've always done good by us, always stuck by us, helped us out. And be moving up. So mira bien mamalón. Got it all fucking, look, they painted it black, the space on the top.
Yeah.
That looks fucking badass. It's dope. Moski picked up this right here. Roscoe's beef jerky, 100% beef, flaming hot. Try me with lime. We're gonna try it out right now. Moski, what do you think about it right now? Pretty good?
Not too bad. I'm not too much of a powder person, so.
Yeah, let me get a little piece real quick, and then yo me lo chingo el resto ahí en el.
That whole piece is good.
I'll chingo it out, yeah. I'm not a fan of the powder.
That's what I'm saying. I'm taking the powder off. I'm not a fan of the powder.
No, the powder fucking it up.
I should have got that regular side.
Yeah. They're fucking retarded. Their powder's fucking it up. It's some good carne, but the powder's fucking it up. We're out here talking to Omar, because I've been talking to him about buying this F250 right here. But he also has this one for $5,000. It has a 6.0 inside. I want to see if I can see what it sounds like, because I really like this step side. But this one, you could flip this one, shit.
Yeah.
This is an easy flip, especially here in the valley, bro. I want to hear what it sounds like. What do you say?
You have any?
Have any? Okay. I want to see what it sounds like. Because these 6.0s are highly sought after. Already has a K&N filter.
Upgraded spark plugs.
Yep. It's a 6.0, man. I want to hear it. And Claro, it just needs a little bit of a cleaning, but these guys, obviously, they're putting some money into it. And these guys here at Maximum Steel, I'm not trying to sound like anything, but they like to go fast.
They live cars and work
Yeah,
steel.
okay, they live with the cars and they work steel, so they always got some badass shit. So I want to see what this one sounds like, because if Omar bought it, it can't be trash, you know? Got some good tires on it, some nice wheels. He's asking for 5,000. A little bit of damage, but that's a little Bondo can fix that, bro.
Yeah. You're for a bed liner?
I can't believe he wants $5,000 for it, to be honest. For a step side Chevy, that's kind of crazy. But it's good. He said that his buddy just needed some money, so he got a little upgraded pantalla right there. A little titty panel in the back. Nah, I don't know, Moses. Alright, Mosky picked up another one.
We're gonna try something different. Oh, this is the better one, the good one.
Other one was what? Hot
This is the
Cheetos?
one that they were all going crazy for. Yeah, that one was hot Cheetos.
Alright, let's try it out and see what's up.
The other one, we didn't like it. Straight out, we didn't like it.
I didn't like it. The polvo, the
Oh, you motherfucker.
same shit.
It smells exactly the same.
Does it really?
It smells exactly the fucking same.
Oh my god, it does. It's exactly the same. It's the same shit.
This one's you say lemon.
It's not bad.
Lemon. It has a pica to it, but it always tastes lemon.
Yeah, the other one was like just straight fucking cayenne pepper. Right there, guys. Roscoe's. I actually like this one. That one's actually pretty good. Roscoe's. Try me with lime. Go ahead and try it. Check it out, guys. How much was it?
$12.
12 bucks.
3 big ass.
And well, I don't know if it's worth $4 a piece, but maybe $8, $10. I might be willing a little bit more to pay that.
Yeah.
They gotta throw like a little
salsa pack.
a salsa pack, a lemon pack. Yeah. But I dig that one more than the other one.
Yeah, this one's good. The powders.
Yeah, I can eat this one. The other one was like, fuck, you can barely fucking bite that bitch.
This one brother liked.
Doing good.
Barbie was pushing it right out the She came around the corner and showed me.
This one's good. Look, guys, it's still pretty flooded out here. That's how much how saturated the ground was when we got all that damn water. But right now we gotta go to San Juan or Alamo area. For most, he's gonna go pick up some money because he was gonna buy a truck from this man, but the starter was messed up, the ignition switch is messed up,
Everything.
the gas.
A lot of bullshit.
It wasn't as nice as the truck seemed when he actually got able to start it and do all that type of thing. You know what I mean? The guy had to do a whole bunch of work to it.
And it just escalated. And it was too much.
And
3 weeks they've had it fixing it, and it's still the initial problem isn't fixed.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna cut my losses, get my money back.
Yeah. Get his money back.
That'll be it.
And we'll start making some other moves. But we gotta go handle this real quick, and then we'll be back over there to the shop and see what we can keep doing with these columns. See if they're already preset. All right, everybody, we made it back from Maximum Steel. Took Mosky out there to handle his little business, and he's gonna pick up that money a little bit later. The owner actually wasn't there for that truck. I think he might actually end up picking up that 6.0, man. They're offering that 6.0 for a pretty good price out there, Mr. Omar out there at Maximum Steel. So I think that'd be a pretty good little thing to jump on if I was him. So we'll see what Mosky will probably wants to end up doing. If he ends up choosing that one, or I mean, we'll see what he ends up saying. It's all up to him at the end of the day, but damn, I like that little truck. To me, I would use it for a little while and put a for sale sign on it, and then, you know, see if you can make a little flip off that thing. But nonetheless, we're back out here at the shop. You know, this is the first part of the series. We're putting the shop out, so I just want to kind of show you guys. We've had these columns here sitting for, I don't know, over an hour, 2 hours maybe. You can see that's how they pretty much dried up. Dead level. Let's go ahead and check the rest of them. Just gonna show you what they look like. I'm gonna put a little bit more in this one. I have some more concrete over there, so some more cement. I can work with that. I can definitely work with that. So looking pretty good so far. I'll go ahead and show each one of them at the bottom, guys. That way y'all can see them. Show you exactly how we're getting this thing built. You know what I mean? We're not building a rocket. The thing ain't going to space. Just gonna be holding some of my tools. I'm gonna put some more in this one as well. There you go. And there you go. As you can see, they're all dead fucking nut level, man. So that looks really, really good. I'm glad that I had Mo Skimo Problems out here, Mo Murder out here helping me this morning. You know what I mean? So we're gonna let these cure overnight. We're not gonna be putting any steel on them. I have some steel cut right here behind me. I have some for the roof right here. A couple more pieces back there in the pile and some over there. But I'm not gonna be doing any welding on it today. I don't wanna be moving anything. I'm probably gonna be dropping in a little bit more concrete on these other ones just so I can fill them off and make sure that they're nice and topped off. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. This is part 1, so we'll see. Hopefully by part 2, Moski will have another ride. Hopefully that's a little side adventure. You know what I mean? That is a 99 1500 Chevy, but it's a Bubba with a side step bed, and then it's a 6.0 motor. That's what's really cool about it, and it's a 4x4. So to me, those are a bunch of whole little accolades, boom, 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 little stars you're knocking off on that car. So to me, on that vehicle, you know, that truck. So to me, ya está tumbada, it's already lowered, has a good little stance and good tires. I think that's a good little investment. We'll see if Moski jumps on that, and if he can, and then we'll see what we got in store for us tomorrow, because Rio Grande City, I believe the roofers were out there today. I got to call the superintendent and see what's up with that. And hopefully they were, then I'll probably be sending Moski over there, and I will be doing some work here on this building. You know what I mean? I got to get stuff cut, got to get stuff prepped and all that good stuff. So we'll see where we stand tomorrow as per this little building right here, and I'll see you guys on the next series. It might be here on this next episode of Heavy Steel and Hot Rods. It might be here working on this building, or it might be back at a different place doing a different job. I'm not too sure yet. We're going to be doing this as much as we can whenever we have time, funding, all that type of things. You know what I mean? Whenever it works in our favor, we're going to be doing some work out here. So today was setting columns, guys. I hope you guys like this type of content. If you do, like, subscribe, comment down below. Let's run up these analytics. You guys don't understand how much it helps every time you watch a short, every time you send it to somebody, every time you comment, every time you thumbs it up. It helps out this channel tremendously. We're actually working up and earning some badges on YouTube. We're doing pretty good right now, and I want to see if you guys can do more of interacting with me, because you know I'm not afraid to comment back. I'm not afraid to have these discussions, talk to you guys, shoot the shit, anything like that. You know I like to have fun. So I won't say RPMs, the Iron Working Gearhead. This is Heavy Steel and Hot Rods, and I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all stay blessed, y'all stay grateful, y'all stay safe, and remember, don't look back unless you counted yesterday's money.